In Yakuza 3 Kiwami, redeemed the original Yakuza. A couple of days ago, Kiwami 3 was officially unveiled alongside Dark Tides, which is a sub-game of sorts. And in today's video, I want to break it down and talk about if I'm actually excited about this entry, what I see so far, and if it was a good move. Now, starting off the bat, I really did enjoy the gameplay footage. It looked more akin to the older style of games, being a little bit heavier, less ragdolly, and that already is a great sign for me because we all love that original engine. Dragon engine ain't too bad, but you know what? I like the old school style. Now, jumping into my personal preferences when it comes to Yakuza 3, I remember being so excited for it back in the early days of PS2 when there was absolutely nothing to play, and I had to go to the Japanese PSN store to play and download the Yakuza 3 demo, which I thought was the greatest demo of all time. It was the closest thing I could have to a modern day Shenmue back in 2008, 2009, 2007, one of them days. But then, the game eventually came overseas, and the game came out, and it remains one of my least favorite entries of the entire Yakuza franchise. I just remember it being slow, I remember it being boring, and quite honestly, the orphanage storyline didn't do anything for me. Now, gameplay wise, it was Yakuza upgraded. It was the first time Yakuza had made that jump over to a next-gen console, PS3 at the time, and I was excited about it. I thought gameplay wise, it was phenomenal. Story wise, it was of course over dramatic and melodramatic. That is exactly what the Yakuza series is known for. But I have to say the story wasn't too bad either, aside from a lot of those orphanage story points that I just was not a big fan of. Now, am I calling the original Kiwami a terrible or a bad game? No. It literally created the foundation in which we have gotten almost every single Yakuza game in the style of the beat 'em up action style. It is the foundation of every single modern game. So without Yakuza 3 creating that foundation, we wouldn't have 4, we wouldn't have 5, we wouldn't have 6, we wouldn't have 0. You get the point at this point. So I'm very curious about the chances of Kiwami 3 actually changing my mind when it comes to the original game. And see, this is why I like remakes. This is why I like reimaginings, because there are so many things that they can fix. There's tons of data. There's a lot of reception that they can go back and try to rectify and fix from the first time out, so that they could produce the game maybe they had in mind, or a better game of the one that we all thought we were going to get. Now, again, this video isn't just to crap all over Yakuza 3. I know some people who really do enjoy that entry. That entry, however, was just not for me. So I'd be lying if I said that I'm way more excited for the Kiwami version of Yakuza 3 than I will ever be for a remaster. Well, they've already been remastered, but this gives me hope that they can make the game better than what it was before. And as far as the Dark Ties sub-story, it's nice to just always get a little bit more of that Yakuza lore and that Yakuza story. So I'm excited that the package is seemingly fruitful. There's a lot going on in the Kiwami 3 bundle, and that always makes a good time out because games are getting expensive now, and we want to know that we are getting our money's worth. So I'm extremely excited to try out Dark Ties and learn a little bit more about the antagonists of the game, if you will. Now let's go ahead and talk about the combat. The combat trailer already, again, as I stated earlier, this looks like some good old classic Yakuza style combat from the Dragon engine? I forget what the previous engine is called. I guess you can test my Yakuza fan card. But I am looking forward to this gameplay because it brings me back to a simpler time before all the turn-based, before all the Yakuza 6 and the Yakuza Kiwami 2 Dragon Ragdoll engine. It just looked like some solid old square, triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle type of gameplay. And that got me excited because I just been in the mood to square, triangle, circle, triangle, and heat action some folks. You hear what I'm saying? So I'm actually excited for Kiwami 3. Even though I disliked the original Yakuza 3. So I don't make much Yakuza content on this channel, and I wanted to fix that by giving my real raw thoughts. Do you think that Yakuza Kiwami 3 can redeem the original Yakuza? Again, to some people, it doesn't need a redemption. To some people, they like 3 as it is. But for me, 3 really needed a lot of help. It needed a lot of quality of life features, and it looks like finally Kiwami 3 will rectify a lot of those issues that we had with hopefully the story's pacing, the rudimentary mechanics, and I'll never forget just walking around in 3 and talking in the side quests to the sub quests, just being like, wow, this game is low-key, it's low-key boring. But my love for Yakuza kept me going. So let me know, what do y'all think? Are you excited for Kiwami 3? What do you think? Was this the right move to make? We knew it was going to come eventually. It was just a matter of it getting announced. So let me know if you are hyped, are you mid, or do you disagree with me in this entire video? I want to hear it all. Let me know down in the comment section below. And I can't wait to see you guys all in February when we finally get Yakuza Kiwami 3. Peace out, y'all.